Hey guys, this is CK at CK Education again, and today I want to share another student story with you. Today, the student is Maddie, and I remember the thing about Maddie, she was very sociable. I guess some students like this who can, who can talk for hours and hours and hours, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. That's wonderful. But very sociable and did a lot of things, very active, and had a very outgoing personality and all this kind of stuff. And she did really well in school as well. She did well in school, and she took a bunch of AP classes. And she's off to college and she's doing great. But that's what I remember. And to give you a little bit of a background, so she started out her reading and writing score. She started out at 560. Okay, so it wasn't terrible. Her math was a little bit bad though. Her math, she started out at 450, really struggled in math. And so we started with math and we worked on math a lot. Okay, so her starting score was 1010. It was on the lower side. And so we worked on math and worked on taught her the 30 math rules, and we went over many exercise problems, hundreds of exercise problems. Again, exercise problems are not test problems, but these are problems to help you understand how to analyze and how to approach and how to set up the math problems to do them efficiently and effectively. And this really helps when you get to the testing phase. But anyway, so all the students I do with math, that's what we worked on. And we worked on that a lot. We still learned the grammar rules, and we learned reading and so forth. And the funny thing is, she was with me for quite a while. 44 classes. She was with me for 44 classes. So that amounts to about 66 hours of class time. Again, which isn't that much compared to a lot of places. Some SAT prep centers, you're staying in a class for, in the summers, some places around here, like 6 hours a day in some places. And so I've never done that ever, because that you get overwhelmed with information that you can't even digest when you go that long. So, but anyway, we were together for quite a while, and her score improved by 260 points total. She ended up getting 1270. Now, in her math, the score that she got was 630. So she went from 450 to 630, which is a 180 point increase. It's pretty good. And then reading, she went from 560 to 640, which was an 80 point increase. And then again, her total score went from 1010 to 1270, which was a 260 point increase. Now, 260 points, that's a big increase. It's a very big increase, but it took her a while. And she wasn't the hardest working student. And I don't want to pretend to say that all my students work really, really hard. I wish they were all like that. But, some kids aren't like that. And that's just reality. And that's okay. Some kids, it takes longer than others. But for her, that's what she needed. Some people may say, well, 1270 isn't a great score. But I don't think of it that way. I think of where you began. If you're starting out at 1010, you're not expecting that kid to get a 1400. That's very rare that you would have someone do that. If you're going 1010 and you go a 260 point increase and you end up getting 1270, that's not bad in my book. Okay, could she have done better? I think so. I think that if she would have worked harder, but that was her. Not everybody's going to be the same. But for her, that was good. She went to the college she wanted to go to, and she's doing great today. So, that's the important thing. So, anyway, I just wanted to share this story. Some of you are not the most studious students. I understand that. Some of you are sort of like slackers, right? You don't try very hard. You're not giving it your all. In school, you get by. But even for you guys, if you follow the right steps, if you follow the right methods and you do the right things, and you work at it to master those things that are effective, the things that I teach you, you can still get significant increases in your score. So, not everybody's going to be, I'm going to get a 1500 or anything like that. That's not the case. Like I always say, it doesn't matter where you start. It only matters where you end up. So kids like this, they come in or 10-10 like, man, Mr. Kim is terrible. I'm just, I got a really low PSAT score. I suck at this. And, they're very discouraged. And I always tell them, it's fine. Wherever you start is fine, but I will help you and I will guide you step by step and we'll get there. Okay, so, and that's true for all students no matter where they start. So anyway, just wanted to share that story for you slackers out there, or for those of you who are not as diligent and studious, it's okay, right? And as always, if you're interested in becoming one of my students, best thing is go to my website, ckeducation.org, and fill out the SAT Prep application form. And in that form, there's a comment section on the bottom. And in the comment section, I ask you to write why you think you would be a good fit as one of my students. As always, I promise that I will get back to you personally, not someone else. I teach every one of my students personally, one-on-one. I don't delegate that. I don't have other people do it. So I will get back to you. I promise you, I will read your comment in the form and I will get your form. So anyway, so until my next video, stay well and I'll see you next time.